Welcome back to the Workbench, where uncut and unedited, you can watch me, a guy, try to make things, which today we're continuing to make the Accurate Miniatures McLaren M8B Can-Am car. So we finished up with step 14 yesterday, which was the tub top to tub step. That's literally what the name of the step was called, tub top to tub. That's even hard to say. But now what we're doing is moving on to step 15, which is the front suspension. And I think I've got everything put together we're going to need for this. We've got a couple of A-arms here. We've got the duct, the brake duct work, ducting stuff. And then we've got these mounts, I guess, the part of the suspension mounts there. So let's see what they want us to do first. Let me slide this up so you guys, make sure you guys can see what we're doing here. It says, please do not glue the left. And again, we've decided that that is driver's side A-arm. Which one? Oh, I got to figure out which one that is because these are different, aren't they? It's supposed to have that little peg facing up. Well, uh-oh. I always do this. Which one? It looks like there's a cup. So I think it's that one. Because if we go this way, well, I always do this. I pull the parts off to paint them, which means now I don't know which is which. I'm trying to figure out. It looks like that. It looks like, yeah, there's a little bit more of an indentation on this side, which we're seeing right there. What is going to attach to that, I wonder? Oh, boy. I always do this. Okay, so these are our options. Which ones looks more like the picture? Is there anything else? I think it might actually be this one. I don't know why I have that feeling. I think it goes that way. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. I think that's correct. And basically they said to put this in, but not to glue it in place. So it just slips in there and here. And then this was that hole. It's not wanting to fit in that hole, is it? This is the hole that we left open. You know what I'm going to do? Let me go ahead and just drill this hole out a little bit. In fact, I'll do both of them while we're here. Just see if we can open that up. Actually, that's pretty open, isn't it? Let me see this one. I don't want to go too big with it, and then it'd be loose fitting. I wonder if I can I squeeze that in there? It's fitting pretty tight. I think what I'll do instead is just remove some of the paint off of here. I think is what's binding us up. So we'll just take some of the paint off this peg here that needs to go in that hole with the X-Acto. And then we'll see if it'll fit. Okay. Let's see what that does. So again, this goes back here like so, and this is supposed to go up front here. Yep, there it went. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that to this guy also. Let's go ahead and pull that paint off. And it says not to glue it right now, so I'm not going to. I guess we're going to have to kind of adjust things around a little bit. That's why they don't want us to glue it just yet. If I can get all this paint off of here. Okay, get off the back side here too, just get as much room as we can. I mean, it doesn't take, it's amazing, it doesn't take much, just the thickness of a layer of paint sometimes is all you need. All right, so this is going to go, make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. This goes back in here. Let's see if I can get this, well, what's the easier way? Let's just go like this. The other one went pretty easy, I thought. Now let's see, can I get that to squeeze in? Is that one gonna? There it went. Just popped in. All right, cool. All right, so there's our AR. Oh, I guess we're supposed to do both of them. I went ahead and did both of them. Yeah, we did B24, B25. Okay. And it says glue the right radiator support brake duct D70. Okay, so that's these. Okay, we are. So this one is that side. Which one are we doing? Glue the right, which is this side, D70. D70 to the right side of the radiator duct. Do not glue the portion that touches the upper A-arm yet. Okay, so let's see how this is going to fit. Basically, I think there's just 2 pegs that kind of hit in right there. And then one hole on that. Yeah, there's a peg that hits the side of the radiator also. And then that, how does that go in? It should, oh, I see, it should match up. We want it to match up with that peg right there. Hopefully that's gonna happen for us. All this will kind of fit together. Oh, like that, I think. Well, kind of. So what I think I'll do, I'll go ahead and glue this in. We're like right there. I can just pop it up onto that A-arm. So let's go ahead and glue this in. I'm just going to put a touch of glue right around these little peg spots that we have here. And then there's a flat spot right here that would be a good spot for glue up. Right like that. I think it'll do the trick. So let me get a hold of it. And yeah, again, we've got a hole here and in a hole. It's using a hole in one of the holes in the radiator there, and just mounts in right like so. I'll make sure it's up in that radiator hole. There we go, like that. And then that'll flex. Okay, oops. Knew I shouldn't have messed with it. Let it glue up first. Let's let it glue up first, then we'll mess with the A-arm side of it. I guess that's why they don't want us to glue that side just yet. Okay. And I'm guessing we're going to do the same thing over here. Glue the left radiator. Do not glue, blah, blah, all that. Okay. So I'm going to hit the same spots with glue on this one. This peg. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Yeah. There's this little flat spot again right here, which would be a good spot for glue up. And then around this peg, I think it'll be fine. All right, let's go this side. Yeah, and that looks, I mean, that's kind of sitting right about the same spot as far as the orientation with the upper A-arms there. So I'm just going to hold that just a second. We'll let that cure up just a little bit and see what is the next thing they want us to do. Glue the left radiator spark. Oh, that's what we just did. Sorry. Glue the left final brake cooling hose G136. So which one is which? I've done this again. I don't know. Is it? I don't know if it. I mean, aren't they kind of the same thing? Are they? Do they have different numbers? G1? No, they do have different numbers, but they're literally the same thing, I think. Oh no, I see one is. Oh, I see one of these pegs is. Okay, it's inside. Okay, so this is this one, and that's that one, I think. Yeah, the peg, the only difference is the peg is a little off center, and it looks like it needs to go off center to the inside. Oh, you know what? I didn't even, it says open up slot both sides. We probably should have done that already. Is this not going to fit? Is that not going to fit without opening up that slot? No, it seems to fit just fine. So why am I opening the slot? All right, I don't know. Okay, but it says probably just glue this one end, right? Glue the hose to the rear of the radiator support bracket duct. This will connect to the left upright later. Make sure that the hose passes to the backside. Yeah, they want it to go around the shock there. We're going to do this with some CA glue. Again, I always have to mention Starbond CA glue. If you want a discount, check the description down below. In fact, all the way down to the bottom, you can see all the different ways you can support the channel. One of the ways is via Starbond CA glue. They gave me a discount to give to you guys, so I try to mention it. Try to always mention it, especially if you like to use CA glue, because it is good stuff too. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to touch that in the CA. Let's see. I think well, you know what? I think I can hook that. Well, no, probably should hook it first. It needs to hook around this shock and then through. Yeah, just through back there is it, and then this is going to slide in where I just had it 2 seconds ago. So I know it'll work. There it goes, just like that. Okay, it's going to just sit there just like that. That was easy enough. Okay, I like it when it goes easy. That's Definitely the way I like it. So let's do the same. I'm assuming we do the same thing. Glue the vinyl brake. Yeah, this other side here. All right. I'm just going to kind of get some CA on the end of that. And then let me make sure. I guess this is right. I'm assuming I'm putting these in correctly. So I'm going to kind of hook it like it. I'm trying not to stick my finger in the CA. Hook it like that. And then slide it in. Hopefully this one, I probably should dry fit it. And I've glued my fingers together, but I've also got that in place. Perfect. I think that looks pretty correct. Yeah, that all matches up. I think either I figured it out correctly or I hit the 50-50 odds, whichever way. It looks like it's right. Okay, so we're going to leave. Is that gluing up, hopefully? Yeah, let me squeeze that just a little bit. And that's it. It doesn't say to ever glue those in place yet, any of this in place yet. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and flip the page because I've gone ahead and got all the front brake hub stuff ready too, which is step, make sure you can see it. So that's step 16 front brake hubs here. I've got all that stuff ready. It's actually here in the monkey head so I don't lose the parts. And let's do that there. So it says assemble the left front brake by gluing the inner brake rotor to the outer left brake rotor. We went through this last time. So the only difference between the two is the direction these little grooves are going. And I think, yeah, they're supposed to go, what are they saying? That's for E, inner brake rotor 2, and it's going to go to 95. Okay, so that's that. I think they went to the back. We've kind of figured out it really didn't matter. So what I'm going to just do is glue them together. I think this is the one. It doesn't matter. We're just going to do them. Okay, so let me just drop some glue right here. This is how I did it last time. And when I say last time, I mean for the back brakes that we did previously. If you didn't see that, you can check the playlist. All episodes are, there's a playlist down in the description with all the episodes if you've missed any, you want to check them out. Okay, so we want to glue that together, slip this assembly onto the left front upright E95. Now this does matter. And it is going to be, oh goodness, let's see. Why do I always do this? Okay, it has to be, yeah, this one, because it's the flat side. It did say E95, yeah. And that's the flat side. So this is now going to just kind of slide on here. And then same as the rear brakes, we're going to just capture that with the caliper. Make sure where you guys can see it, which is going to fit. I'm going to dry fit this for sure because it goes, how does this go? No, it doesn't go like that. It goes this way. Right there, like so. Now the idea is to not glue the brake rotor, which did these, the back ones are pretty, I don't care if it gets glue on it. I mean, the idea is you could leave these brake rotors loose, and then we're going to glue the wheels to the brake rotors, and then the wheels could turn if you want. But does anybody actually roll their models around? I guess kids might or whatever, but I always make them static. I don't know. So I don't care if a little glue gets on here, but just heads up if you wanted to have it where it'll roll around. When you do this step, don't get any glue on the rotor there. Don't glue your rotor to your caliper, I guess would be the moral of the story. All right, let me make sure we're pretty lined up with that. I want to try to glue it in place. I don't know how well that's glued. Yeah, it's got it. Okay. You know what? I might go in with, is that gluing? No, I think it's getting it. Okay. That's going to be fine. Okay, let's set that one aside. We'll do the same thing one more time. Again, I'm just going to drop some cement right there. Let it just run around. This ultra thin stuff or extra thin stuff, it just put a little drop and it runs around that for you. Makes it real easy. And then let's squeeze this together and makes a rotor, which is actually pretty cool. I kind of dig how that works. This two pieces to make the rotor. Looks good. Not that once we put the wheels on, we'll probably never see it, but whatever. And then this is going to go on here, like so. And then let's get our glue for our caliper. Right there, and I got glue everywhere. That's perfect. And then capture, make sure you guys can kind of see. So we're going to capture that rotor there in between the two halves of the caliper. And again, I guess, I mean, really at the end of the day, we probably could just glue this all together. Probably what I should do, but I'm not. I mean, if the wheels end up being able to turn, they can turn. Sometimes it's nice to be able to position your wheels where they're all, you know, all of the same orientation, but of course you could just glue them that way, I suppose. Okay, we need to let those glue up just a little bit, but let's look at, yeah, that was the repeat the process. Then it says, let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to snap the left and right front uprights in place between the left and right upper and lower A-arms. What? The steering may be posed at this time by locating the steering tie rod into the slots in the inside upper rear of the uprights, gluing them in place, working one side at a time, gluing all elements, blah, blah, blah. Okay. After this side is going to be dry, completely dry, glue all elements. Okay, so we're going to pop these in, make sure we get our steering shaft here that we put in last time, make sure we get that located. That needs to be glued in. And then I think once we get that all popped in there, I just knocked a stack off. Wonderful. And we're going to watch what we're whacking with our hands. Let me glue that back on while we're sitting here trying to figure out what we're about to do. Get back in there. Make sure we're not crooked or anything. I think that seems fine. I'm gonna kind of put my finger on it. Now, were we supposed to glue these in? Snap. It just says snap the left and right front uprights in place between the left and right upper and lower A-arms. The steering may be posed at this time. So it's not rear uprights in place, working one side at a time. Glue all elements of the first side except the rear of the brake cooling hose into position, posing the one spindle as desired. Okay, so we can, if we want to have the wheels turned, I guess we're going to do that. I can't believe I knocked this loose. I probably should just CA glue this in place so we're not having to worry with it. Don't move. Just stay right there for me, please. Do me that favor. In fact, I think what I'll do, because it's trying to lean over. See if that'll hold that for me. It should be okay. It should hold it in place. It was trying to lean over, and I don't want it to do that, especially if I'm not paying attention and it glues up in place. Okay, so which one goes where? Oh, gosh, I just hiccuped. Sorry about that, guys. So this one goes on this side here, and it just pops in here. Yeah, I see why we weren't supposed to glue this yet. So you have to kind of pull that. Oh, boy. Yeah. Whoops, I just broke it. You know what I'm going to do? We don't have time to wait for glue. So we're going CA glue on this thing to get it all. Let's see. Yeah, let me get some fresh glue. What time is it? Yeah, we've got time to do this. Okay, let's see if we can get this done real quick, but without making mistakes would be nice. So let me just get some glue down in here. Again, I'm not too worried about getting glue on the rotor. Let's put that in place. I'm going to grab my kind of lack of spray. I'm running pretty short on spray. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to spray your fingers with that. Is this one glued okay? All right, so let's do that one first while this one dries up over there. Let me get this off my hands. Okay, so this, yeah, it goes flat side up, so this should go over here. I think what's getting in my way is the stupid little brake duct. Okay, and where does that go? Oh, it goes in, okay, we've got a little slot here. Gosh, I doubt y'all guys can see this. there's a tiniest of little slots right here for the steering shaft to kind of pop into. So this could be, okay, I can pull the upper A-arm way up like that. Let's see if I can get this to pop into that. Nope. I'm going to try to get, I think that's probably my first mission. Get this. I wonder if probably what I should do is clean this out. I think that's going to be the hardest part, is getting that steering shaft, that steering column in here, whatever you call it. It is going to, so I'm going to try to clear this out a little bit of paint and whatnot. Let's see if that'll help. Will that let it pop in there? I think so. I think that's, boy, it is really hard to see. Where is, oops, I think we were sitting on there. I think I had it. I just was over goofing with it. There we go. Yeah, it's a little finicky. Can I get the top, the upper squeeze on there? Oh, wow, that fits nice and tight. I don't even know if I need to glue this. Okay, like that. I'm trying to try to. I want the wheels to be straight, so that's what I'm going to try to do. I think what I need to do is pull. I need to pull this guy through just a hair, because it's not letting me get it as straight as I want. Will it pull through? I don't want to break it. Oh boy. Okay, we're going with where it's at. it's straight enough. Okay, I think I'm going to glue the bottom. The top, this top A-arm is on there solid. I'm going to glue the bottom. Let me use this. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, yeah, well, it wasn't on there that good, I guess. Okay, you know what I'm going to do, since that just fell off? I'm going to clear out these holes a little bit if I can. You know what, did I put these? I think you know what, I did. I did put these upper A-arms backwards. Luckily for us, we didn't glue them. So the whole parts that's supposed to be popping into is actually on the upside. Why is that not coming out? Can I have that back, please? Please don't break. Please don't break. All I ask, don't break. Thank you. Okay, that just sits like that. That is right. Okay. So let me see. Yeah, that should go this way. Now that hole's going to be facing down. Yeah, I did put them in backwards. Of course I did. I mean, why wouldn't I have? Wouldn't it make any sense not to? Let me see. Let me move this out of the way before I make a mess of it. Let me move this out of the way before I break it. Now let me see if I can get this back in with all this other stuff in the way. It would have been easier to do right the first time, but that's not how I like to do things. Get in there, would you? There you go. There's that one. Oh, wonderful. And the shock came off. All right. One step forward, two steps back, as they say. Let me see if I can get this one in here. This needs to go. It needs to go underneath there. That needs to go. I'm like trying to weave this in here. Okay, get in there. Okay, perfect. Okay, and that one, the shock didn't come off. Where did this shock? Oh, it needs to go from there to there. Let me get this shock back in. Why have I chosen this life? Okay, that has to slide on there. Okay. That's probably what happened is if you remember right, that this hole has to line up there. I think probably when I put, you know what, probably when I put that upper A-arm in, it actually shoved this off, broke it off. Let me put some glue in here. Hopefully I can get that to stick back on there here. And then I'm just going to touch some glue here on the bottom where it goes in the lower A-arm. Where's my tweezers? And again, I'm moving this out of the way before I make a mess. Oh boy. This has to slide in here like so. Stick on there and then down in there. Come on. Just do it for me. That would be amazing. I've got it backwards now. This way. Like so. Let me see if I can, gosh dang. It needs to go in this lower A arm. There we go, like that. Well, I had it, but then the tweezers yanked it off. There to there. Very carefully, very carefully, very carefully. Okay. Just dribble some accelerant on there, and hopefully that'll glue it in place. All right. Hopefully that's not. I think that's in the right position there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this A arm all the way up. All right, now let's try again. We've got a few minutes here. Let's try again. Boy, if you're still around, if you're still stuck around, thank you. I don't know why. This has not gone well. Let me open before I go too far. Let me go ahead and try to pull paint out of here also. Like so. And then let me kind of dry fit this one. I know the other one we did, and it will work. Yeah, like that. And then now that should fit in there. Okay, so let me pull that back up and get some glue in it. I think I'm just going to put glue in the upper and lower ball joint area there. I'll leave where the tie rod, whatever it is, the steering shaft thing, whatever they're calling it. I'm going to leave it unglued, I think. I don't think it's going to need glue. It goes this way, so let me just hit that. Like so. Okay. Now, let's be careful. Let's carefully. So again, we got to get that in there, then lower ball joint, and then upper ball joint, and then I think I can just kind of squeeze it. Come on. Well, I thought so. Oh, it's not going. It's not going. Can I? Oh, it's not. This one's not fitting. Okay, before it glues. Okay, let me clean this up and just shave this down a little bit. Basically, I'm shaving CA glue off of it. Is this how other people do things? Does everybody, glue something and then quickly yank it off real quick before the glue sets because it doesn't fit? I guess that's where dry fitting should, you should always do it. Even when you're running out of time on a video. All right, let's try again. I think we're going to be okay this time. That it would be very much famous last words. Okay. Now, I think first things first, we hit the little steering tie rod thingamajiggy. And now we try to, did I get that? Yeah. And now we go for the upper, which should hopefully, this might be what we get. I guess that's, I hope I didn't flip these over and that was the wrong move. I think that's what we're going to get right there. Yeah, okay. Man, that is not, I didn't goof this up by, I think they are backwards. Are you kidding me? Did I, and now I broke this, did I put these right back on the same way I took them off? I kind of feel like I did. Okay, that one has to go over there. This one has to go over here. I'm going to do this. Let me glue this back on. I think we're about to run out of time. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this shock back in. Oh, my word. I'm going to glue the shock back in while we're chit-chatting here. I'm going to go ahead and get this all assembled up. It's getting really finicky here. I know, you guys that have stuck around this far, I hope you're not disappointed that I'm going to get in there. That I'm going to do this off camera. But I also don't want this video to go 18 hours long, which is what it's going to take me to actually pull this off. So, okay, so this one, yeah. There's a... Which one has more? Yeah, that is more of the whole side. I think I took these A-arms off. I'll have to check the footage. But I think I took them off and put them right back on the same side. It really does appear that way. You know, before we go, let me see. Let that side glue up. This one would go over here. No. No. So that... Which has the deeper hole? Well, that's not a sentence you say every day. Okay, there we go. It's definitely this side. It's without a doubt. I can see it. So let's try. I'm gonna try to get one side done while we're together, because I sure hate for you guys to power through this whole video if you have, and then I don't even at least get one side done for you. Oh my God, the damn shock just came loose again. I keep pushing. What happens is you push it out when yeah, I basically push it off the thing. I know I'm not even making sense now. That peg goes through there and it's supposed to go into the hole here on the shock, the upper shock. And the problem is you just push it right off. Okay, so let's get this back in for the 43rd time, like so. It's going to go in here. Gosh dang it. This has been finicky. Right here, down here, like that. Yeah, that's gonna have to be it. I think what I'm gonna do, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna drop some. I'm gonna drop some cement right here. Which probably makes, I don't know, it's probably mixing with the CA, which is gonna create deadly fumes. And tomorrow's episode, you're just gonna see me laying on the floor. I don't know. Okay, so now we need to, and I'm going to use this stuff here too. We're just going to drop it here. And we're going to put it here. Yeah, like that. And then this will go. We got to make sure. Freaking word, I grabbed the wrong one. Where's the other one? All right. I'm making a mess of this. All right, so let's get some glue. We should still have glue there. I just need it on this top part. Okay. It goes this way. And we need to get that in there if we can, as far as it'll go. And then this up top. Are we in the bottom? I'm sure I've knocked that stack off back there at some point. We might just have to go with whatever we get here. And that shock just came loose again. You got to be kidding me. Let me pull. I'm gonna pull it out of there, and I'll just tuck it in. I'm about to lose it, guys. Okay, here we go. Right here, like so. I didn't get the stupid steering thing in there. Do we need steering? Is that needed on these cars? I mean, that's where it goes right there. It's fitting in there just fine. Can I get that to now just hold itself in place? Would be wonderful. And glue. And then I'm going to try to straighten that. Yeah, right there. Okay. That actually, I think it finally happened. We got it. I think that's how that goes. Just like so. I'm going to try not to touch it too much. I'm going to have to get that shock back in there. I'm going to do the same. I've got to put the A-arm on this side. And then I'm going to try to get it together. I'll do it in between. We don't need to keep watching this madness. I'll get it taken care of between episodes. Like I said, always check the shorts in the morning. I'll have this fully finished. I'm going to have to do a little bit of paint touch up and whatnot. And you'll be able to get a good close look at it via the short. Such a weird name. The shorts or the short in the morning. Is that going to go in there? Or is it going to push that? So be sure to look for that. And you can get a finished look. Thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to keep working here. Hit that like button if you would. And leave me the comments, good and bad. Might be some bad ones today, I would think, because this was not this is not going on the highlight reel. Let's put it that way. But I think we're going to get it done in the end. But leave me those comments, hit the subscribe button, do all those things you know to do on this isn't Facebook, on YouTube. Do all those things you do on YouTube, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.